Say it again one more time. Paps?
No, Pabst is a beer.
Okay, so
it's a Wisconsin beer.
Okay, and what was the name of the bowl? Pabst?
Pabst Cerobic Ragapple.
Who came up with that name?
The people that had him.
Oh, oh, you bought him already and he had that name?
Well, my father bought a truck, took my brother, drove all the way to Wisconsin, and brought these back with him.
Oh my.
In a truck.
What did you guys do with the bowls? I mean, did they give?
The bull had his own little area.
Oh, but what was it giving to you? What did you?
Well, the bull was to impregnate the cows.
Oh.
I mean, there is a reason you have a bull.
Okay. I didn't know if, obviously he didn't give milk.
No, he wasn't there because of because of his charm and personality.
Right. He was giving his charm away.
Yeah.
How cute. So what would you do at the fair?
Well, my parent and my father also had Arabian horses that the great-grandfather was something or other out of Washington State, who basically was, I mean, there's a whole story about this horse.
Mm-hmm.
The people that had it had to hide it from the Nazis.
Oh my goodness.
It was European.
Oh.
And so the reason after the war, they brought this stallion over to the United States, and he was the sire of all these different Arabian horses. And my father, we lived right on the outskirts of town, on 2 acres, but right across the street there was another couple acres, and that's where all the Arabians were. We had about 4 or 5.
Oh my goodness.
And they were like kids, I mean, I'd go over in the morning before school, like at 5.
Yeah.
And get some baling twine, put it on them, around, lead them over to a fence, jump on, and roar around.
Oh my gosh. You'd actually ride them, and those are tall, aren't they? Taller than normal horses.
But they're gentle. I mean, they were gentle. I mean, they didn't buck you off or anything.
Yeah.
But they were smart horses, but they were the Arabians are, in my opinion, the most gorgeous horses in the world, because they have this very wide face and nostrils, and they're very, very hardy. So we had an Arabian horse farm. We didn't show the Arabians, but my father showed the cows.
Oh, okay.
Showed
them? What does that mean? Like,
you take them down to the fair and put them in for the, and Belle got, Badger Mount Jane got all these awards because she was the pedigree of the Holstein cows.
Oh, cute.
And you had to run them around a circle,
Did you do some of that, or were you just watching?
No, my uncle did.
Oh, your uncle did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My uncle worked for the Union Pacific Railroad. My mother's family, my grandmother left my grandfather at a time one never did that.
Yeah.
Because he was a philanderer, and they lived in the South.
Oh.
So they moved to Columbus, Ohio, where she had kin. And they almost starved to death.
Oh my goodness.
So about 13 or 14, my uncle went to work with the Union Pacific Railroad. And he put his 20 years in. And when he got through that, he had a retirement from the railroad. My father hired him, because my father had a farm. He had the Arabians, he had the Holsteins, he had all these fields with, food in them that had to be. And so my uncle took care of him, and he kept the records of all the pedigreed animals. And he was the one that took them down. We went every year to the fair. And we would watch him lead Badger Mount Jane around in this circle.
How cute.
And, but yeah, we'd go every year, and that was the time before the church owned the Hotel Utah. And so we always stayed in the Hotel Utah.
Really?
We stayed in the Hotel Utah, And that was at the time, you know, in a way, it's very special, because before the Mormon Church went in, they had, the top floor was a dance floor.
Oh.
And they had a band, and they had this black MC, and you would go around and you would dance.
How fun.
And it was elegant.
Yeah. Would you dress up like a ball, or was
what?
Would you dress up like a ball dresses?
No.
Oh.
But the thing was, I can remember being in the lobby. That's where all the movie stars came.
Oh my goodness.
Like, I was thinking Zorro, or, you know, they would come in,
mm-hmm.
and they stayed, and down the hall where some of the movie stars had, you know, suites.
Mm.
I mean, it was the only, it was an elegant hotel, still is.
Yeah.
But now, what the Mormon Church has done, which is nice, there's no more dancing.
Yeah.
But they have, you go to the top floor. In fact, sometime.
They have a restaurant up there. I've been.
Yeah, and I'll take
nice.
you.
It's beautiful.
I'll take you. Have you been there?
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah,
Isn't
it's
it
really
gorgeous?
nice. Yeah.
Isn't the food to kill for?
It's really, really good.
And what my father loved was, we'd stay at the Hotel Utah. Then they'd go across the street, and that's when ZCMI was right across the street.
Mm-hmm.
And in the basement of ZCMI was the most fantastic bakery. God, my father just went nuts, because he was truly a Mormon at heart. He loved that stuff. He'd come back with all these goodies, you know, breads, you know, donuts,
Yeah.
everything.
We used to get an eclair when we went to the mall. We'd go down in that basement and get an eclair from
They
the
had
bakery.
wonderful food.
Yeah.
Oh my
really
God.
good.
I miss ZCMI. I
Yeah.
thought the ZCMI, the two stores when I was young that were the creme de la creme, one was ZCMI and the other was Makoff.
Oh, I never even heard of that.
Makoff was owned by a Jewish guy,
Hmm.
and it was the haute couture, and that's where my mother would shop for her clothes.
Oh.
Makoff's, and it was on South Temple, right down the street.
Huh. Never even heard of it. What kind of clothes? Is it like a department store, like
No,
Nordstrom type?
it was like being on Fifth Avenue.
Oh.
You would go in, you would get a personalized person that would conduct you through things. The clothes were couture.
What does that mean?
Like, couture is like, Calvin Klein isn't couture, but like Dior, you know, Givenchy.
Oh, just like high name brand.
Yeah, the elegant stuff.
Mm.
And then they would have at Makoff's, once a week they would have a fashion show with all these elegant, I mean, this is Salt Lake City when I was growing up.
Yeah.
That's what I remember of Salt Lake
Where
City.
did they hold this fashion show?
They held it in Makoff's, because Makoff's was huge.
Oh.
And they had this runway that we would go out and go around. I mean, it was like being in New York City.
Wow. And the runway just went right in the middle of the store there, and everyone.
No, I mean, they had the store, and then there was this other room.
Oh.
That was, you know, where the runway was, and they had tables. But the other thing I really liked too is that on the third floor of ZCMI, they had a restaurant. Do you remember that?
I did. I ate there one time. I ate there when I was about a sophomore. I went and had something.
I'd go there, and oh my God, the food was just killer.
I didn't even know it was there, and I had a date with my good friend, and we went and ate there.
We'd go there, but I would go down, because obviously it was the fall. We'd go down and shop for clothes at ZCMI.
Yeah.
And then we would have lunch.
Oh my goodness.
And then they'd go to the fair, and then at nighttime at the fair, they had all these major acts. I mean, it was really something.
Yeah.
And they had like these huge barns, and they had, one was all pedigreed cows, one was all pedigreed horses, one was all pedigreed pigs.
Mm-hmm.
They had pig shows.
Yeah,
You know, they had
yeah.
to bring the pigs around and everything. And I remember standing, the one thing I remember, I was standing behind this one, it was a heifer. She wasn't too, and she got really pissed off at me. And she kicked me right in the stomach.
Oh,
and
no.
I went, oh my God.
What did you...
Because she thought you're too close to me.
Oh.
But you'd go through all of these. Oh, and then you go to this, you know, the huge buildings. Mormons are really cool people in some ways. You would see the most gorgeous quilts you've ever seen in your lifetime. They got awards.
Mm-hmm.
And then you would get other things that people got awards for. In sewing.
Yeah, the 4-H, isn't that what it's called, or
Yeah,
something?
yeah. Part of it was it's 4-H, but it was more than 4-H because like I have a very good friend and she's a Presbyterian, but she is a real quilter, and it is an art.
Yeah.
To not only come up with the design, but the intricacy. She's won, you know, blue ribbons.
My goodness.
Yeah,
Wow.
and you'd go through that, and then you would see all these canned things. You know,
all the bottles
canned
of
foods.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
I mean, that's my childhood. That's
Wow.
That was one of the biggest things in the whole world. We'd spend about 4 days in Salt Lake City.
Wow.
So that was my remembrance of Salt
That's
Lake
awesome.
City. So when I came here, I remembered that part.
Did you ever enter your crewel, or you learned that later?
What?
Your crewel work, did you ever enter anything
no,
like that?
No,
it was
I'm
always
not
just
that good
animals.
At that. No, I'm not that good at that.
Yeah.
But I did, I was just fascinated. I was fascinated by all the different foods that people would can. My mother wouldn't cook at all. My mother wouldn't cook at all because, and she wouldn't sew. Because they were so I mean, she cooked, but she never baked.
Oh.
She never did any of that stuff. And she would not put on a button.
Really?
Because my grandmother, when they moved to Ohio, I mean they were so unbelievably poor.
Oh.
Did fine work on couture dresses as a seamstress. She did all the couture thing, and my mother, because her mother, that was her job.
So she didn't want to do that.
She associated with poverty.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
And the other thing, the best thing my mother ever said to me, and I really agreed, is that the good old the YWCA and that, you know, they would get food, and I agree with this, you know, is all these young ladies would get food, and then they would take the friggin' food to someone's home and give it to them and walk through their home.
Oh.
And it was so mortifying for my mother. She said, if you ever give anything in your life, you give it anonymously.
Yeah.
Don't you ever shame anyone like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, these girls, you know, the sorority girls and the preppy girls would come in with all these. It was awful. My mother hated it.
That's interesting.
But
yeah.
But it was interesting. And the reason my uncle, you know, he never went to college because he started working early to support the family, to support his mother and his sister, and he helped put my mother and my aunt through nursing school.
Wow. He worked hard. Wow.
So I mean, I don't come from. The Hatches are a different breed. The Hatches are the Mormon aristocracy.
Yeah.
No, they were.
Yeah.
but like my grandfather, like I told you, you know, he was the doctor, but I told you the why I had a little trouble with is he beat his wife and beat his kids, but by God, he was so superficially religious to me.
Mm.
But that's my grandma.
Yeah, she's so cute.
Well, the funny thing is my grandma. The thing I really loved about this, because when I said my grandmother reminded me of these little Jewish women on Fifth Avenue that would come down in their Chanel suit and their hat.
Uh-huh.
my grandma is at my father's ranch, 10 miles from the primitive area of Idaho, holding a fish in her Chanel suit.
That's amazing. Someone got a picture of that.
Yeah.
Back then, that was probably hard to come by, a picture, you know.
I think my father took it.
That's awesome.
So, anyway.